Media.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Cruz. After almost 2 decades as a career network marketer, I realized that despite continual work on my personal and professional development, that I had hit a massive brick wall. So I took a deep and honest look at myself, top to bottom, hoping to find answers, and my search led me to one conclusion. The definitions I held of my business, of my world, of my life were the very things holding me back. If I wanted to change, if I wanted to grow beyond my current circumstances, I had to wipe the slate clean and redefine. This show is dedicated to helping you identify the belief systems, the mindsets, the very definitions that have held you back, and then help you break through those limitations to finally create the life you've been working so hard to achieve. Welcome to the Redefine Podcast. All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about taking a break. I know. That's not the actual name of this episode, but it's taking a time, right? Taking time, making time to take time, I guess, right? Taking a break, taking a breath, and make time to take time to make time to take time. That's what. Anyways, I'll get into it. I'm trying to be all poetic with the topic, but really the main thing is, I talked yesterday about getting back into the groove after taking a short hiatus, and reminding yourself of the dreams, because we can lose sense of that in the hustle and the grind. One thing I also want to remind you is be okay with taking a break. Be okay with taking time to make time for the things that actually matter, right? Because another thing that we can lose in the hustle and the grind is perspective. I have a dear friend who I usually see at these trips, right? Like the trip I just had in Mexico. This individual is usually there, and we usually hang out. We usually get, have an amazing time. They weren't able to make this trip this time because they were on a different trip, in a different part of the world, right? They happened to be doing an amazing European tour, and I was absolutely ecstatic that they did that. And here's why I tell that story. This individual, my dear friend, messaged me while they were in Europe, and they told me, like, so sorry I missed it. And I was like, there's no reason to apologize, right? You're out there with your family, the people that you care about the most, living life and having the best experiences. This is why we do this in the first place, right? So I want you to understand that it's easy in the hustle and grind, and I'm very guilty of this as well, because I push myself pretty hard, right? Like I'm an achiever, and I operate at a very, very breakneck pace, whether people see it or not, right? And sometimes I forget to take a break and take a breath, to take time to make time, right? I forget to slow down and get that regain that perspective. I sometimes sacrifice the things that I'm actually working for, and that is to spend more time with the people that I care about, doing things that I absolutely love and enjoy, right? To have the experience, because time is all we have. So in this hustle and grind, right, as you're pushing towards your goals, as you're reminding yourself of your dreams, also remember to take time, make time with the people, and make time with the people, sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. Make time with the people that you care about the most, to do the things that are the most important to you. You can't lose sight of that. You can't lose that perspective, because why else are you grinding so hard in the first place? What, for another paycheck that can buy you another nice watch, or that it can afford you another fancy purse or nicer shoes? Like that, those are all material things that are fleeting, that we will never find fulfillment in. I guarantee you that. The only thing that really where fulfillment lies is in how we spend our time, and time is very, very fleeting. Time is very, very fleeting. Another example is sandwiched within this Mexico trip that I just took on the front end, on the back end. I was spending time with my parents. I could have easily spent less time with them. But they're leaving they have since left for the Philippines. And so, I wanted to spend as much time with them as possible. because they're my parents, regardless of how much work I had on my plate, like I actually needed to get back here to the cabin, back to my home office, so that I can prepare for this Saturday. But I was like, you know what, no big deal. Like I can wait an extra 2-3 days, right? Like the world isn't going to end, my business isn't going to fall. What's more important is that I take time to make time for the things that matter to me the most. And whatever that is for you, right? Spending time with your family, spending time in your community, with your church or synagogue, whatever, you know what I mean? Like the mosque, spending time volunteering, spending time with your pets, like whatever that might be. The things that matter to you the most, we cannot lose sight of in pursuit of more time with that, right? Like in the pursuit, right? In the grind, we can't lose sight of the things that we're pursuing them for. And that's my point. That's my point. Yes, get to work. Yes, hustle. Yes, grind. Remember, keep your dream there in front of you, so that you stay motivated and you stay engaged and you stay activated. But remember why you're doing those things in the first place. And of course, that's very personal. I can't give that answer to you. You know what it is for me, at least part of what it is for me. So you'll have to find that. But whatever it is for you, just make time, right? Take time to make time. Make sure you take a pause, breathe, and then get that perspective. Revisit that perspective, right? Never lose sight of that perspective. I've done it in the past, and it's never been a happy place. That's for sure. And so I make sure that the things that are most important stay the most important, right? So that's my message for today. Hopefully it was clear. I know I'm kind of bumbling all over the place. My brain is a million miles over here and a million miles over there, and it's actually processing the Saturday seminar while I record this episode. I really shouldn't do that. However, you guys, I think understand the message. For those of you, especially who have listened, you guys have gotten to know me pretty well on the show. I mean, there's an episode every day. And there's another one coming tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. Actually, now that I think about it, this episode that I'm recording is to be released on the actual day of the seminar. So you can still register. And I encourage you to register, because there are event specials that will not be available to anybody that didn't register. So the registration will remain open until the end of day, Saturday, April 1st. Right? Saturday, April 1st, end of day, the registration will close. Until then, you can register so that you can have access to the event specials. It's a free event, but there will be special offers at the end of it, and only to people that register, right? So make sure you register. It's ronniecruz.com/seminar. I'll leave the link in the show notes of this episode. So that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow, of course, with a fresh new episode. So until then, be well, be safe. I'll see you in the next episode.